Hello and welcome. We are Team 11 for Purdue's ECE 477 Senior Design for Spring 2012. This is the RevGeo Multipurpose Puzzle Box. It is a reverse geocache locking box that will only open after a specific sequence of GPS locations have been visited in succession. To give you an overview of the outside of the box, we have an LCD screen on the top to interact with the user, as well as a single push button to relock the device after a route has been completed. On the back of the device, we have our power switch to engage and disengage power to the device. And on the side, we have a USB port used to charge the main PCB battery, as well as to view debugging statements through a virtual COM port on a PC. Opening it up and looking at the inside of the box, as you can see, we have the main PCB on the bottom, as well as a 3.7 volt 4400 milliamp hour battery to power the PCB. Right here is 4 AA batteries to provide 6 volts to the servo and locking mechanism. The locking mechanism is here on the top, and the servo to control the locking mechanism. We have our compass module, our GPS module, our LCD header, our SD card socket, a buzzer, our main microcontroller, the wires connecting the push button on the top, and the wires connecting the power unit. On the rear side of the PCB, which you cannot see right now, is an RFID reader, which is used to provide a secret backdoor entry to the box, allowing you to unlock the box if the route has not fully been completed. Now we want to walk you through creating a route on the PC. So what we do is we open up a notepad file, title it route.txt. On the first line of the file is the number of waypoints in the route. For this route we have 4 waypoints. The next line is the number of waypoints that have currently been completed in the route, so we're going to reset that back to 0. The next 2 lines are the latitude and longitude values for the first waypoint, as well as a text description. So as you can see here, our first waypoint is the engineering fountain. Then this pattern repeats for the second, third, and final waypoints in the route. So now we're going to save this real quick and pop it out of the computer and place it into the SD card slot. Just a sec. And we place this into the SD card slot on the PCB. And now we'll take this outside and show you how it works. Alright, we are outside demonstrating the functionality of the RevGeo. We're going to power it on real quick. As you can see, there's a splash screen displayed. You can hear that the box locked, and if you try and get in, you can see that the box is completely locked. Right now we're waiting for the GPS signal, but if at any time, like I said, if you want to get into the GPS or the RevGeo box without completing the route, we can hold up the RFID card. It will say RFID override, and the box is now unlocked. And then we can close the box again, and press the lock button, and it will lock and go back to the splash screen. So right now we're going to wait for the GPS to lock. That can take anywhere from about 1 to 5 minutes. Alright, so the GPS has achieved lock, and this is the main screen. As you can see, the waypoint number 1, which we described in the text file, is the engineering fountain. It is 79, 71, 72 meters away. And this is the current heading that we would need to take in degrees to reach it. As you can see, it's straight ahead. We also have this visual compass pointing you in the direction that you need to go on the screen. And if we rotate the box, it will detect that the box is changing direction and will continue to update that pointing in the direction. So as you can see, it's still pointing towards the engineering fountain. So we are about 75 meters away, so we will go to the first waypoint. And you can see that as we're walking, the distance is updating, as well as the current heading and the desired heading. The visual compass is still pointing in the direction of the engineering fountain. Alright, now as we're getting closer and closer to the engineering fountain, you can see the distance is about 14 meters away. When we get within 10 meters, it will consider the route to be complete and will automatically update to the next waypoint. So 13 meters, 12, 10, and there we go. So now the second waypoint is Stadium Mall, so we'll go do that. Alright, we're coming up to the second waypoint. Again, when we get within 10 meters, it will be marked as complete, and load the third waypoint. There we go. And we will check back in with you guys when we are coming up to the last waypoint. Alright, we're coming up upon our fourth and final waypoint of the route, which is again the engineering fountain. When it gets within 10 meters, the box will unlock. There will be a congratulations screen, and you will be able to see whatever's inside the box. There we go. So as you can see, congrats screen. The box is now unlocked. And if we want to relock the box, it will reload whatever route is on the SD card, which is again the same route, so it marks the first waypoint as completed, since the first waypoint was again the engineering fountain. So that's about it. Thank you guys for the time. We are RevGeo Team 11 Multipurpose Puzzle Box.